Let's begin tonight with Donald Trump. He is talking tough and looming large as he takes a giant gamble in his campaign. Trump is stealing the show as a no-show in tomorrow's debate.
Tonight, the Republican frontrunner took his feud with Fox News to Fox News. KCAL 9 political reporter Dave Bryan shows us Trump's latest headline-grabbing moves as political rivals are really taking shots at him for this.
I'm telling you, no question about it. And the negotiations about this were going on behind the scenes, on the tube, you name it, all over the place. He's not only stealing the show, but Donald Trump is digging in his heels tonight, refusing to budge on his decision to boycott the last Republican presidential debate before the Iowa caucuses, even as his friend Bill O'Reilly tried every conceivable way to convince Trump to come back.
Fine.
But by walking away from this debate, you're not giving them the opportunity to know them as well as they would like.
I'm not walking away, Bill.
You're walking away.
Rejecting every suggestion from the host of the O'Reilly Factor on Fox News that he should reverse himself and participate in the last Republican debate before the Iowa caucuses, Donald Trump was resolute that he would be holding a fundraiser for veterans at a Des Moines auditorium instead while the debate is taking place. O'Reilly persisted, trying to convince Trump to forgive and forget his grievances against Fox News and participate in the debate, but with little success.
That's Old
take
Testament.
It seriously. Bill,
no.
You are taking
if you're the Christian, the eye for the
Bill.
eye rule goes out. Here's what it is. Turning the other cheek.
Bill, let me tell you, you're taking this much more seriously than I am. I'm not taking it seriously. I'm going to have a wonderful time tomorrow night.
California Republican National Committee member Sean Steele told me the candidates who will take part in the debate will certainly use the opportunity to blast Trump.
You know, I'm a lawyer, and it's like you look in the courtroom and the defendant's missing, and you simply say, look, there's an empty chair over there. What's he hiding? Why isn't he here presenting your case? They're all going to say that, I'm pretty sure.
In fact, many of Trump's challengers couldn't wait for the debate to tee off on him. Senator Rand Paul said his absence would raise the IQ level of the debate by at least a dozen points.
I think Donald Trump's main addition that he's brought to the debate this year has been silliness, bombast, and empty rhetoric. I don't think he'll be missed. In fact, I really don't think Donald Trump's a conservative.
From the other candidates, there was little sympathy for Trump.
Poor little Donald, being mistreated.
Jeb Bush said he'd bet $20 Trump will show up at the debate, but influential conservative radio talk show host Rush Limbaugh said Trump knows exactly what he's doing.
He is controlling the media. He controls the media when he's not on it. He controls the media when he is on it. He controls the media when he's asleep.
Trump campaigned in South Carolina, and Democrat Senator Bernie Sanders also took a brief detour from Iowa to meet with President Obama at the White House.
President and I discussed this morning a number of issues, foreign policy issues, domestic issues, occasionally a little bit of politics.
The White House denies this meeting 5 days before the Iowa caucuses was to balance the books after the president lavished Hillary Clinton with praise during an interview with Politico.
She is a good, smart, tough person.
In the recent Politico interview, the president referred to Sanders as a bright, shiny object in the campaign. The president's support could be a significant factor in some states, and both candidates well know that.
You know, before it was called Obamacare, it was called Hillary Care.
And on the other hand, Sanders' campaign slogan, "A Future to Believe in," looks and sounds a lot like Obama's campaign theme, "Change we can believe in." Well, the Trump-less debate will be held tomorrow night in Iowa. There will actually be two debates with four of the lesser candidates in the first one, including Carly Fiorina and Mike Huckabee. Then 7 candidates will participate in the main debate, probably without Donald Trump. Probably.
At least right at this moment, right?
Right at this moment.
Well, Dave, like a good soap opera, there's a lot of plot lines, and certainly this debate has a few too, right?
You've got some powerful objects going to battle here in this one. First of all, the debate dispute pits Fox News, the most powerful cable news network in the country, especially for conservative Republicans, against Donald Trump, whose star power and glib answers have made the debates must-watch TV for tens of millions of Americans. His presence or absence can make a huge revenue difference for the network carrying the debate, and Trump is trying to leverage that to get his way. And, Lena, we probably won't know who wins this intense battle until we see the outcome in Iowa, and maybe not even then.
Yeah, baby. All right. Dave, thank you.